Hello there, kia ora. This weekend was a really quiet one in terms of political news, partly because the mainstream media will happily sit there and live stream National's Smugfest 2024 event, while also ignoring things like Chippy's speech last weekend on the state of the Māori nation, which should have got discussions going around the political tables, but didn't because they chose to ignore it and not platform it. Yeah, not totally biased media in any shape, way, or form, I guess. I mean, weirdly enough, the New Zealand Herald for some reason is seen by people as left wing. Yeah, honestly, media literacy is one of those things that we really need to get people more involved in. Anyway, this weekend's Smugfest was essentially just recycled election campaign lines that we've heard before, so we can pretty much ignore those. Oh, and John Key, he got up and started telling the party to cool their heels around race baiting because it makes their coalition partners look more racist when you leave it to them to be racist in public. And for some reason, the public don't really like the idea of a party leader and prime minister who allows that racism to go on. Can't imagine who they're talking about. Look, the biggest news out of the whole event was the Prime Minister announcing plans to closer monitor students and their maths progress, which doesn't sound like a nanny state thing at all in any shape, way, or form. And while it's easy to sit here wondering if our students should be taking maths advice from, this government, who seem to have issues with numbers all the time, it's just going to garner the responses I've been getting from pretty much every video I've done over the last week about how depressing everything seems to feel at the moment. So instead, I'm going to encourage you to do something different and positive today. Nominations are open now until August 24 for the New Zealander of the Year award. There's a range of categories, and the one I'm kind of hoping that we can get people to focus on is the Local Hero Award. You see, in addition to their big award winners, they also give out recognitions to a huge number of community heroes all around the motu. Right now, when we hear about frontline services that help communities and people in all sorts of ways having their funding cut by this government, it feels more important than ever that we make sure we recognize and celebrate the people whose mahi makes a real positive difference to the lives of the people that they come in contact with. You can nominate anyone from your community doing good work, so it may be someone you know personally, or someone who's helped you, or people you know, or even just someone in your community whose reputation precedes them that you think deserves celebrating. In the description of this video, there's going to be a link to the nomination form, or you can find it just by Googling New Zealander of the Year. If you're on a desktop, it's tiny, but it's up in that right-hand corner. You can find the nomination forms there. Nominations are open until August 24, so let's get out there and celebrate local heroes working through the toughest conditions that we've seen in a really long time to make Aotearoa and its many communities a better place.